A new era begins as Octagon MMA, Europe's best MMA show, is coming to the UK for the very first time. Octagon 48 will go down on November 4th at the world-renowned AO Arena in Manchester, where UK fans will experience the electric atmosphere and heart-pounding action that Octagon MMA is known for across Europe and beyond. We will bring some of MMA's biggest names, plus a feature bout that puts two UK stars that nobody would expect to see inside the cage going head-to-head after 10 months of vigorous training.
Ladies and gentlemen, crowd, one more time,
One of the UK's best comedians will take on reality TV superstar Jake Quicken.
This the fight that many people have had their eyes on.
You will see UK MMA's rising star, Liverpool's Shamrock.
And one of the most well-known, most dangerous.
This phenom has already racked up 8 victories before the time limit, with 7 of them in the very first round. And the cherry on top will be the grand finale of the MMA reality TV show, Octagon Challenge, England versus Ireland. After 2 months of the TV show, at this night in Manchester, the Octagon Challenge champion will be crowned.
That's it!
Great Britain, Octagon MMA is coming. November 4th at the AO Arena in Manchester.
Zápas, ktorý sa zapíše do histórie československého MMA. Dve osobnosti, dvaja šampióni a dvaja nezmieriteľní rivali.
Finally, it is here. This is not just about tonight, the wait for this walk. This is about the wait from 2018 to this moment. A moment that the fans here, the fans that are on their feet, didn't believe they were going to see. The rematch between this man, KARLOS Vémola, versus the champion, PATRIK Kincl. This man has the auditorium on his feet, but this is a rarity, Luke Barnett. He is coming in as the challenger, but it's not about the belt. It's not just about the belt. This is about the bragging rights. This is about the grudge that they have borne for each other over those 5 years. A grudge that he feels that he will end tonight by ending not just the reign, but the career of PATRIK Kincl.
Bad blood, a lot of animosity between these two men. A lot on the line tonight. Like you said, it's not just about the belt, it's about reputation. The #1 middleweight in the Czech Republic, or the #1 fighter in the Czech Republic. KARLOS Vémola has held that accolade for such a long amount of time. he has been Octagon for so long. He has been the face of Octagon for so long. And that all come from beating Patrick Kincl 5 years ago. Kincl wants that spot. He's thought of nothing else about that spot.
And look at these, the final moments before this man arrives. Again, this man who was told in December of 2022 that he would not be able to fight again. A medical issue, huge inflammation on his body, huge swelling all down the right side of his body. The doctor said, look, this is the culmination of a career of sacrificing that body for these moments, sacrificing your health, your well-being, to claim what you have, like a legacy in this sport already. But now he has defied the odds. Once again, he enters the cage, and once again he says, I will take the belt I never lost. I lost it on the scales. No man beat me. I will make that middleweight crown mine, and I will crush this grudge once and for all.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. If you don't feel blessed, you won't be blessed. You gotta know your worth before you can be worthy.
So here we go. Just waits for the roar, waits for the adoration, wait for the cheers for this man, the champion, Patrick Kincl. He has earned that through a career of fighting around the world, flying the Czech flag, claiming titles in other promotions. But when he came to Octagon, he had one thing on his mind: claim the belt and earn this rematch, this fight against the one, the only Terminator, Karlos Vémola. But Luke, we saw it in the Krzysztofic fight, where he claimed the belt. We saw it in spades in the Alex Lahore fight, where he defended that title and finished him at Octagon 35. There are times when you see athletes, whether it's boxing, MMA, tennis, where they are in their prime, where they are suddenly, you know, everything is coming together. The camps, the techniques, the skills, the moments, the stage, the platform. It very much feels to me like this is the moment Patrick Kincl is in.
For me, for Patrick Kincl, I feel, knowing this man for a very long time, seeing him fight all over the world, I feel like everything is lining up perfectly for him here to take the crown that is the #1 middleweight in the Czech Republic and getting revenge on Karlos Vémola. But it comes down to one thing and one thing only, and that is mentality. I say it all the time. Fighting is 100% mental. Training is 100% physical. This guy on the night needs to perform, because we know Karlos Vémola is going to perform. He has been doing it in front of us for so long. He always shows up. He's always going to do the same thing, and he is going to try and crush Patrick Kincl here. He needs the mentality of a champion. He needs to go in here with warrior spirit and put it on Karlos Vémola, and he needs to truly believe that that is possible. Doesn't matter. I personally feel Kincl is a more well-rounded mixed martial artist, can utilize more skills, is better on the feet, has the wrestling pedigree, is great on the ground. But it's down to what he believes as he steps into this cage. And you hear the Octagon fans roar. It's down to his mentality. If he truly thinks he can take out Karlos Vémola. Oh
my goodness, he enters the cage, he points across at his adversary, Vémola. So much more on the line here tonight at Octagon 43. A fight that we didn't think would happen is finally here. This is the tale of the tape. 37 years versus 33. 4 years the younger is the champion. Height and reach slightly on the side of Karlos Vémola. The tip sport odds on his side too. The odds that have swayed backwards and forwards on the run-up to this, the grudge match of all grudge matches. Finally, it is here. Finally, the Czech Republic will get to see who is the main man at middleweight. This tonight is the fight of all fights. Let's get it on. Let's get it ready. We're going to bring them together. Let's make the magic happen. Let's hand it to the man with the mic, Andre Novotny.
And now, it's time for the last fight of the night. These fans in Czech and Slovak Republic were waiting for this moment 5 long years. And that's why I will announce this fight, maybe for the very last time in our Czech language, because you have to understand, guys, that these fans deserve this. Dámy a pánové, možná vůbec naposledy v historii OKTAGONu tenhle ten zápas, na který jste čekali 5 let, si ohlásíme společně v našem českém jazyce, protože vy si to zasloužíte, stejně tak jako oba muži. Čekali jsme na to 5 let a dnes je to tady. OKTAGON je vaše organizace, vy jste ji postavili a společně s těmito 2 muži dnes zažijeme něco, co zůstane v nás. Dámy a pánové, toto je poslední zápas dnešního večera, který vám přinášíme společně se skupinou 7, druhým největším výrobcem energie v České republice. Rozhodčí na bodech jsou Klemens Werner, Grzegorz Štěpaník a také Vojtěch Novák. A v momentě, kdy začne akce, bude šéfem v kleci Gerd Richter. A nyní toto je zápas o titul šampiona střední váhy organizace OKTAGON MMA. Zápas, na který jsme všichni společně hodně dlouho čekali. A proto všichni společně jedeme! Bomby! 5 kol po 5 minutách. Dovolte mi představit oba muže. Nejprve modrý roh. 37 let. 183 cm. 83,7 kg na váze. Reinders MMA a London Shoot Fighters. Trenéři v jeho rohu jsou Andrej Reinders, Paul Ivans a Eldar Rafigajev. Jeho profesionální skóre je 40 zápasů, 34 vítězství, 27 ukončení před limitem a pouze 6 porážek. V rámci Neruda Cupu nastupuje za tým Goldfingers. Šampion polotěžké váhy OKTAGONu, bojující za Českou republiku, KARLOS TERMINÁTOR Vémola! V červeném rohu 33 let, 180 cm, 83,8 kg. Reprezentující All Sport Academy. Trenérem v jeho rohu jsou Dušan Macák, David Dvořák a Petr Šlégl. Má na svém kontě 37 zápasů, 26 vítězství, 19 ukončení před limitem, 1 zápas no contest a 10 porážek. V Neruda Cupu reprezentuje skupinu 7. Neoddiskutovatelný šampion střední váhy OKTAGON MMA, bojující za Českou republiku. PATRIK, INSPEKTOR, Kincl.
Gentlemen, this is the main event. You know the rules. Protect yourself at all times and listen to my commands. When I say stop, you stop. Fight hard, fight fair. God bless and keep it real.
There was no touch of gloves. This moment electric inside this atmosphere. The O2 Arena in Prague on fire for this main event. Finally we have it, 5 years in the making, the rematch. This time for the gold, this time for the bragging rights. KARLOS Vémola, the challenger, in the blue corner. PATRIK Kincl in the red. And we are off. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Luke Barnett. Here we go, Luke.
Kincl starting off very aggressive.
Oh, we know what Vémola wants to do.
Vémola looks to get to the legs.
Oh, wow, this is it.
From Kincl to get himself back to the feet, but clings on. Does Vémola as he pushes him up against the fence. We know what Vémola's going to bring.
Exactly. It's always the age-old story. He does the same thing time and time again. You can plan for it, you can drill for it, you can prepare for it, but can you stop it? That is the question.
Well, thus far, PATRIK Kincl with his 2-on-1 control of the wrist is managing to do just that.
Everybody that I've spoken to who's fought Vémola has just said he has a different type of strength. It's the thing, even though Alex Zahore was finished in devastating style by Kincl.
Beautiful work there from Kincl to avoid the high crotch.
He said, Alex Zahore, The strength of Vémola is unrelenting, and it does not waver through the 5 rounds, and he feels that will be the difference. Kincl staying on his feet, though. This a good moment for him, having to work hard, though, in the first minute and 15 seconds of this fight.
Yeah, works his way to the back. As Vémola, as he looks again for that high cross, goes up from Wizard. Nice head pressure here from Vémola.
Oh, knee up the middle there as well from Kincl.
Kincl needs to try and get his back off this fence, needs to rotate. Very difficult to do with the wide shoulders and the forward pressure of Vémola. But has an opportunity here, see if he can utilize it. Gets forced back in like a tank. Carlos Vémola pushing through, nice knee idea.
Yeah, like a tank indeed. That is the pressure, the pace, and the power.
That was a nice knee, though. That seemed to wince Carlos as well as he's dropped down.
Kincl has done well, stay on his feet for this long, but he's forced to work hard. This is a 5-round fight, five-round minutes potentially. Many of the odds say it won't go that far, but should it go that far, it's whoever can keep the pace, keep the pressure for that amount of time as well. The crowd letting their emotions know as well. Carlos got a great welcome, but a hero's welcome for PATRIK Kincl.
On that introduction from Andre Novotny, it was a real moment of the whole crowd behind these two. They know how much this sport has evolved because of these two. And Octagon itself has facilitated that nice knee up the middle from PATRIK Kincl. Looking for an outside trip, didn't quite get it. But has space here now being aggressive and attacking. Feel like Kincl feels like he can stop the takedowns. So now he's not worrying about the defense, but thinking about offense.
Yeah, trying to make a frame as well. Space is key, right? But it's almost impossible to find against Carlos Vémola. The battle before the fight that 22,000 people tuned in for was the weigh-ins to see if Vémola could make that weight. 873 days was the last time he did it.
And definitely having the size advantage because of that in there right now.
12 kilos,
heavy,
12 kilos on the night.
Minimum. So he could be in there around 96, 97, 98 kilos, probably hitting 100.
And you look at Vémola's record, 27 finishes, 19 of those are by submission.
And he favors that side choke once he gets on top and has that pressure. But needs to get on top here. Kincl doing a fabulous job of negating these takedown attempts so far, but cannot get off this fence, cannot move. And you feel like sometimes it might just be a matter of time before Vémola can get his hands together. And good defense here, though.
Yeah, exactly. And but it's also not just about this round, right? It's how many times and how long can you defend it for. This is all putting, money in the bank for Vémola. This is his style. The guys in and around him say, look, he can train, he can fight like this, not just for 25 minutes. You put him in there for an hour, he keeps this pace.
Good to see him get the hands together here. Nice switch of the legs.
Great work from Kincl. You can tell he's been working from this spot. You can tell he's got the right people around him as well at that All Sports Academy.
You're looking at the referee. Frustrated here that he's always up against the fence.
And good, Rick, he's a great referee. Listen, and he's giving them enough time. Carlos Vémola is adjusting the position enough to stay busy, right?
Maybe going to get this takedown, doesn't quite.
10 seconds left in this first round.
And so far, it's exactly what we expected from Vémola. Always the same, but Rick, great work from Kincl.
Yeah, good, Rick, to best get in there quick as well at the end of this when that buzzer goes. Time! Round 1 in the books. It's the same question, the age-old question. Can you stop Carlos Vémola doing it? And if you can, but how long can you stop him doing it? Kincl looked loose on the feet, but once that pressure against the cage came, Vémola is so hard to shake.
Hard to move like a rock, pushing him up against the fence, but can Vémola do that for 5 rounds against Kincl? Can Kincl escape? It's interesting, and there's those moments as well on the feet you might see. Kincl looks sharp, almost landed heavy early, and he's leading with the right hand. You'll see it in the highlights, hopefully. He's leading with the right hand because he knows Carlos is going to come, which is something I spoke about in one of our last fights. You want to throw from the backhand. Here we see.
Oh, they've gone straight from the takedown.
Good hips here from Kincl to avoid the takedown and get back to his feet. then that was all she wrote, basically. And we were in this position, this split legs, switching back and forth, avoiding going from single to double, single to double.
And he did extremely well getting back to his feet and stopping a number of the takedowns.
And like you said, Vémola now looks fresh. Looks like he's not even done a round. That looks like it's round number 1 for him.
Set and ready to go for round number 2. Deep breaths from the champion, Kincl.
Yeah, Kincl looking a little bit dismayed, like a little bit like, oof, oof, what have I got to do? You know, which is what happened to
And
Vémola.
Kincl not happy about this. The cage man, again, what a great guy he is, Jan the man. But there was water left in Vémola's corner. Oh, Kincl's calling him on, so come. That's interesting, didn't come out to greet him and he's let him come straight back into this position.
Very strange
tactics.
approach.
Like he was frustrated about being in this position against the cage on the opposite side. He's allowed Vémola to come back here and the crowd are letting their feelings know about this.
Oh, I think they're booing to the fact that Vémola is just doing this.
But this is what he did, he got called in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Trying to pierce this up now to go for a Kimura. All nice elbows here.
Oh, he's looking to take
Gives
the
up
back,
the back
here.
though. Kincl does well to get back to his feet and trying to break the grip of Vémola. Vémola currently having an S grip.
Now turning
across
back
the
inside,
midsection.
It's just such a weird start. You think the most success Kincl was having was at the start of the fight, on the feet, threatening with the strikes, the uppercuts.
Unless he's trying to tire out Vémola. Maybe that's the only thing you could say.
That's a crazy tactic when you've watched. Oh, that's a low blow. That's a low blow. Oh, my goodness. That wasn't, it seemed like a low blow there. We'll see in the replay for sure. You saw the first time Kincl react to that.
This is what Kincl does very well. Goes 2-on-1 on the wrist. Controls that left arm. If he can control that left arm, then Vémola can't get the takedown. It's not possible for him.
Now right in front of us, this forward unrelenting pressure from Vémola, and given to him from free, this position.
Standing up very tall here is Kincl.
Again, I just find it madness, Luke. I find it, you know, just a strange decision in the midst of the biggest fight of his life against his...
Nice elbows here from Kincl, landing heavy. Going to the high cross. Good knee shield defense. Again, back to these elbows.
2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this second round.
He's thrown quite a lot of those elbows as well. If he seems to find balance here at the moment and landing them quite heavy, they could be devastating as well, especially if you hit the temple or just behind the ear.
Yeah, you adjust that equilibrium, you affect that balance. Now, good, Richter calling for more. And again, just as he does, Vémola does just enough to earn. Oh, and he might get this takedown.
Gets to the back. Kincl back to his feet.
Let's see if we see one of the trademark Vémola slams. No, good hand fighting again there from Kincl.
In the arm drag position now is Kincl. Digs deep with this right underhook. Separates, does well to defend again on this takedown. This is a great fight to watch for takedown defense, guys, if they want to learn how to stop this onslaught. You can see how he's separating the legs. We saw in the first round how he kept switching from the stance. Now he's more focused on the grips. Good whizzer here on the left side. Referee asking for more action.
Again, look at that, those short shots. The ref, Patrick Kincl, complaining about those. He's calling them low blows.
Well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. As he's digging deep in now to try to get this takedown. Really gone for this one.
Oh, there you go. That's the first big slam, and listen to the response from the crowd. Big shots, left hands coming in from Vémola.
Maybe regretting giving him this position.
Listen,
now.
It's still the moment of the fight that I find the maddest. Because that, you've given him this position, the position that Vémola is so effective from. Oh, now they're separate. Whoa.
For low blows, I believe.
Yeah. Now this will be interesting. This will be interesting because Kincl has got 5 minutes. If I'm him, take it, right? Take those 5 minutes.
Because you want to keep the pressure on Vémola to the gas tank.
So you feel that, okay, interesting.
Depends how tired. Like for me, if I'm trying to take somebody down, the way Vémola has been trying to take me down, it's a lot more effort than trying to defend. Defending takedowns is a lot easier, in my opinion, on the gas tank.
Kincl calling for the point, the 1 point deduction.
You don't get a point deduction, that's you just lose the position. It's a warning. If he goes back to it, then maybe you'd lose a point.
But mentally, you've got to stay in the fight, right? That decision at the start of the second round, that was confusing to me. Now, arguing with the referee in the midst of this, that again shows you, maybe his head's not right where it needs to be.
And just backed up against the fence again there. Very, very interesting decision when he could have circled out. Nice elbows here. The only thing he's done particularly well for me as Kincl is those elbows, landing them quite well. And Vémola not really landing any shots in this position, so effective striking is the #1 thing. Who's winning the fight if he's holding up against the fence and getting elbowed in the head?
Well, luckily, we don't have to decide that. We have judges here that will do that job. But whether you agree with it at the end of it, should it go the distance all 5 rounds, and that be the question on people's tongues? We shall wait, we shall see. This is going to be the second round in the books. I'm super interested to see the corner of Patrik Kincl. I'll put you in that corner. What are you saying to that man, the champion, as he goes back to receive these instructions?
Move your feet, and if you get put in that position, throw those elbows. He's cut open Karlos Vémola here.
Oh, and a nasty spot as well.
Nasty, exactly. So once you get him, once he pins you up against the fence, he's finding that balance very, very well. Throw those elbows and really throw them, because he's been taken down a couple times. Every time he's getting taken down, he manages to get back up. Patrik Kincl is an extremely good grappler, very, very good wrestler. He will get back to his feet if he gets taken down. Take a few risks now. We need to see a bit of energy going into these elbows, a few knees. Move your feet. Don't get your back on this fence.
And look, this is him calling him in. And then again, this is the story of the fight so far. Vémola looking for the takedown, Kincl defending it.
Those elbows there, big shots those. They could be fight-changing, definitely.
And here's the takedown. The crowd absolutely roars. Kincl get back to his feet very quickly. Had to deal with a few of these big, heavy left hands. Round #3.
Kincl.
Oh, look at this. I've just spotted the corner. They've asked which eye's got the damage. Kincl asked them to confirm it. The right eye, they say they're pointing at that. Let's see if he looks to target it.
Here we go, our third round.
Oh, no, not again. Kincl calling him forward. Now circling. Now making the space.
Needs to use that right hand. Needs to throw right uppercuts.
Much looser on his feet now. Oh, but again, Vémola within 15 seconds back in this spot. The crowd are booing, but listen, have you never seen a Vémola fight? Really?
Nice knee. I'd like to see Patrik be a bit more creative from here. He has that nice left hand controlling the neck now as well. Those elbows are what I like to see.
And the blood, you can see that starting to pour again from Karlos
such effective
Vémola.
work from Karlos. Like you said, this is how he's bred, this is how he's born, this is what he always does, manages to try and wrap the hand around the waist. This is what we expect from a Vémola fight. Big elbows here, though.
Now dropping, yeah, looking to go down. And again, you talked about watching takedown defense. He's done well. Oh, now he's climbed up the hips. Now this will change it. He can step over. Wow. Vémola has taken the back. This is a huge moment in round #3, but Kincl controlling one hand, avoiding that choke threat, and listen to the crowd as he gets back to his feet.
A lot of blood coming from the face of Vémola now as well. You can see the blood is now poured all over Kincl, over the floor, making it interesting for the takedown.
Oh, big knee. There's the nose.
The middle, very nice.
Blood is coming from the nose now as well. Oh, and again.
Another big knee.
Interesting. What a round. This is 2 minutes into it, just under.
Vémola deep now on his takedown, looking for the switch. Maybe it's Kincl. Gives that up, goes back to punch in the head. Causing damage constantly now is Kincl. Good elbows.
Yeah, it's so interesting this as far as how you score it, because the damage is a story in itself as far
Another
as...
big elbow, and you can tell Vémola is feeling those. When you look at the punches, you know, Kincl's up. He's got 67 significant strikes. Another one, another shot, lands. So who's scoring the points? And making it difficult now, I feel like, with the blood. Hard to get grip on the ground with the feet for Kincl. Trying to fight off this takedown. 2.5 minutes gone in the third round. We're now officially halfway through the fight.
Well, you can't see it from the angle of the camera, but from here in the commentary position, looking under that, that is a bloodied face of Karlos Vémola trying to get this takedown.
And he's really wincing now when he gets caught as well. There's a reaction, a little bit more of a reaction. Every little touch, it's going to be those cuts.
And the nose, right? It looks like the nose is compromised as well. Shake of the head there from Patrick Kincl.
I'd like to see him move the hips. I don't understand why he doesn't move the hips and try and escape these positions, because I know he can.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. There you go, and again, as soon as he makes space, Vémola back on him.
Carlos, get to that sandwich again. Stay tight, keep your head tight. Get lower, Carlos, when you go in. You know what?
Good whip, nice. Again, definitely in the last minute, Kincl's been more active of the two, landed the more shots. Obviously, Karlos has the control.
Whether that damage is starting to add up, it is fascinating. It is fascinating.
Well, the new judging requirements are, you know, damage is number one. It used to be for cage control that we used to have all those problems. Now it's damage. It's how much damage you create on your opponent. This is not damaging Patrick Kincl. It's stalling him and controlling him.
Oh,
getting the takedown. Nice.
Straight back to his feet though. And
straight back to his feet and no damage.
Yeah.
No more points scored.
45 seconds left in round number 3. We will enter the championship rounds. The cut person will have a lot of work to do on Karlos Vémola. Oh, again, dropping down. Relentless pressure from Vémola. The crowd's booing, but my goodness, this is what he does.
Pushing down the head now. It's Kincl. 2 more elbows.
Final 10 seconds now.
Oh,
nicely again. The plum clinch has worked well for Kincl. Oh, good work from Richter.
Covered in the blood.
Oh, a little bit of shoulder barging between Andre Reiner and that Patrick Kincl as well.
To be fair, it's Andre Reiner's responsibility not to walk in the way of the fighter.
Yeah.
So,
but this is, again, we've said it, there's more on the line here than just the victory. These camps as well, they are emotionally invested in this and how this story unfolds and ends. But look at that. A lot of damage on the face there of Vémola being wiped away.
We have 2 rounds left as well. It's very hard to know how it's all been scored so far. No idea who's ahead, but I can feel like the momentum is swaying at the moment into the Kincl corner.
It's so strange to say that when he's winning the momentum from that position, right? Because he's starting to get the damage. The tie plum clinch on the 2 times he's had it, that looked very effective for Vémola, continuing the pressure. Almost got the mount after this position, almost stepped over.
The few moments where he nearly got the back, he nearly got the mount, but he didn't quite. And if he can't get a significant position, that's a nice knee that comes up from Kincl. For me, if he doesn't get a significant position, then he doesn't convert any points. He's just controlling the fight. A few little shots inside and out, but definitely Kincl has landed the more damage.
Here we go, round number 4, the championship rounds here, the middleweight title on the line. The light heavyweight king Vémola coming down to reclaim that belt against the current king, Patrick Kincl. Off we go, round 4. Oh, nice uppercut there, and again, Vémola in.
Kincl cannot punch going backwards. He doesn't have energy. He needs to throw shots coming forward, but he doesn't want to throw the shots coming forward because then Vémola will take him down. So it's just like the rounds are just over and over again the same. Kincl backs up, throwing stiff punches into the air, missing Vémola. Vémola manages to get here, and then we go back and forth, and we get a few elbows, we get a few knees, and we get some control. Durable fight and tactics from Vémola to be here, but I can't see this changing.
Solid head position again. 1 minute in, and this is the story or the position of the fight so far. Still working for that takedown.
Little shots, good from them. These are good elbows again from Kincl. Nice sprawl, good hips, gets that deep underhook. Going for the ankle pick is Vémola, using the head as a fulcrum to try and pull out that ankle. Gets stuffed though. Now you can see how now Kincl's pushing the head to negate that. Great work.
It's so hard to describe to people how tiring this style of fighting is, right?
Awful, awful. The worst. Is, you know, dreadful. Especially when you're, you know, you have that pressure on you. You feel, you just feel, I can't think of the word where you like, get off me.
You're overwhelmed by that pressure, yeah.
You're emotional almost, like, just leave me alone. Our referee steps in for the first time.
They separate. The crowd let the feelings be known as far as what they think as far as the separation.
But
now
Kincl cannot step backwards. He's got no power going backwards. He needs to throw forward. Right hand. Start with the right.
Oh, and again, firing that, pouring out that jab. But you're right, the power hand. That caused trouble in the opening round.
But now his arms are going to be so tired from what's going on.
2 minutes, 30 seconds, halfway through round number 4.
Get those hips out now. Had the space to try and escape. Doesn't want to. Nice duck under attempt now from Vémola. Maybe going to go to a high crotch or a single. Again, looking for this ankle pick. More glimpsing attempts there from Kincl. And we see the strikes. Kincl very far in front with 100 to 74. 50 significant, 20 for Vémola. So you can see who's emitting the more effective offense.
Kincl now letting the crowd know, yeah, let's hear you, let me know what you think of this. But this takedown defense, it's testament to how much he's put into the camp to deal with this position, right? Because every other opponent that's been faced with this has at least gone down once from this sort of pressure.
And as the fight continues, I don't see that, because you need explosive energy to get the takedown. Oh. Nice elbow attempt here.
A little smile from Kincl as that elbow comes up.
Because you need that explosive energy, and you lose it. You lose the explosive energy as the fight goes on. We're moving into the final minute of the 4th round.
Oh, and again firing the elbow. This time Kincl wise to it, uses it to gain that underhook. 1 minute left in that 4th round. The referee getting talked to by Kincl. That's not going to encourage the referee, right? He's not going to react to that. But it doesn't matter,
because even if the referee separates him, he just steps backward, throws punches, and goes to the fence, so they just end up in the same place. So I wouldn't mind if he was giving the hard time to the referees. They separated, and he come blasting forward with big shots, but he doesn't. Look, now separate. How long till he's back on the fence? Count the seconds.
Well, 30 seconds we've got left in this round, and here we go.
2.
Yeah, 2.5, I'll give it. And then he comes.
That's not Vémola's fault. Vémola's the one trying to engage, trying to make the fight happen. He's trying to get what he can get. It's not his fault he can't get it.
Yeah.
But Kincl's defending. Yeah, he's striking in the defense, and I still think he's the one scoring the points. But when they separate, he doesn't do anything. He's not aggressive in any way. Oh, nice knee.
Wow, nice knee there as well. Oh, look at the eye. Look at the eye of Karlos Vémola. It's the short shots underneath as well. And when you were watching that, Kincl was burying the thumb of the knuckle of the thumb into that eye as well. That could be an issue.
But you don't need to be able to see when you've got hold of the guy up against the fence. It's all touch.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He can close his eyes and do the same. So, yeah, I get what you're saying, but if this is the game, it's going to come down to what the judges, how they score it. Who's trying to win the fight? Is Vémola trying to win the fight by pushing up against the fence and trying to get the takedown? Or is Kincl trying to win the fight by throwing little elbows and little shots? That's the way you got to look at it. Damage-wise, we can see who's winning.
Oh, the referee, sorry, the doctor in there just checking the eye, and he nods.
See here, punching backwards from Kincl, this isn't going to help anybody. You're not going to get any damage. You're not going to score any points. You're not going to hurt anybody throwing shots backwards with no base. You need to sit into those shots.
Wow, look at that. The doctor has left the cage, nodding his head to the referee. And the referee speaking to KARLOS Vémola, no doubt saying, look, we will keep an eye on that eye, excuse the pun.
Keep an eye on that eye in the 5th and final. Kincl, a big outsider. I'm not quite sure I understand this tip sport.
Well, listen, here we go. Oh, a leg kick from Vémola, and once again in and up against the cage in 5 seconds, Luke. And now Vémola can see the finish line, that he can keep this pace and this pressure. And you outlined it perfectly. It's going to be how the judges score it against this, you know, the damage of Kincl against the cage, the pressure, the fight that is being brought by Vémola. There will be some happy and some unhappy people in this arena if this goes to a decision. But still 4 minutes, 20 seconds for one of these fighters to stop that, take it out of the hands of the judges.
Right in front of us here in the commentary booth, you can see the blood dripping from the nose of KARLOS Vémola as he tries to wrap around the waist. Good head position here. Nice C grip on the bicep of Kincl. Like I said, if you want to learn takedown defense, this is a great fight to do it.
Oh, and again, switching to the other side, slipping a little bit on his own blood there was KARLOS Vémola.
Trying to get this high crotch position. This is a great takedown for Vémola, but now he needs to get his hips in, lift his head high. See him step in with that back leg.
And you can see Kincl there just firing those shots, but using the knuckle of the thumb in the eye. It's full awareness of the damage he's causing and wants to add to that damage, taking instruction from his corner as well.
Richter asking for action.
Oh, and again, look, shots over the back. Blood and sweat firing over the cage, now also compromising the footwork, the base of KARLOS Vémola.
Really nice knee. Bolts Vémola a little bit out.
3 minutes, 15 seconds left in round number 5. And now they'll separate. 3 minutes, 5 seconds. I think the doctor's getting called back in yet again. We don't want it to end like this. Oh, he's cleaning that. It's because of the issues caused. I think will the doctor come in?
No, I think it's just cleaning the canvas. And he's asking if he can do it on his feet.
Interesting. Set and ready we are again. Here we go. How long till? Or can Kincl stop Vémola, pushing him back to the cage?
Kincl feels completely comfortable there. I think he even wants to fight there. So I don't think that's even part of his game plan to stay off the fence. I think he's won this fight from being on the fence and showing that Vémola cannot take him down.
Switching stances. We saw that switch of stances against Alex Lahore. He used that to fire up a high kick, then followed in with elbows for one of the best finishes of his career to defend this belt. That was Octagon 35 now. Vémola, for the first time, taking some backward steps. Oh! Pushing again. Oh, and again up against a huge takedown. Back to his feet goes Kincl.
Like you said, Brian, we're going to have half this arena happy and half this arena sad. Either way, it's going to be, you know, down to how these judges look at this. If we don't get a finish in the next 2 minutes, it's a very unique fight, a very unique situation.
It really is, you know.
And I think you could argue either way, but for me, Kincl is the one causing the damage. Kincl is the one landing the shots.
And
even
also,
though the fight is coming from Vémola and he's pushing forward, look at the face of Vémola and look at the face of Kincl.
and you listen to the crowd as well, they are adding to it. Every time Kincl does connect with anything, they are roaring. And as much as the judges try and be subjective, right, we've seen it before, moments like that, crowds like that, as infectious and as excited as this can have an influence, right or wrong.
Exactly, almost feel like Vémola hiding his head now. He's upset with the damage. Nice knee.
Oh, big knee. Big knee, that's huge. 1 minute, 12 seconds. I feel like Vémola is fighting blind, Luke. He's just trying to stay connected with him now. Listen to the crowd here as we move into the final minute of this fight.
Last minute of the fight now.
What a night this has been. Prague has delivered once more. The O2 Arena here has been treated to an electric night of fights, and they are giving us back an electric atmosphere here for our main event, the grudge match. 35 seconds left in a fight that is 5 years in the making between these two. And without a doubt, listen, there's always controversy coming into a Vémola fight. It feels like there could be controversy either way coming out of it.
I definitely agree. For me, Kincl doing a fantastic job displaying his takedown defense, controlling the fight, landing good shots, and Vémola desperately trying to get a takedown and not being able to convert them. Here trying to push the head down.
10 seconds left, almost want to count it down. I am sure both will raise their arms as they leave each other's grasp.
I'm not sure that they'll leave that clean, we'll see.
We shall see. Look at that, standing toe-to-toe, face-to-face once more. Kincl not backing down. The story of the fight was them against the cage for most of that, but the other story of the fight is the damage on the face. Kincl thinks he's done enough. Oh, Vémola on his knees now. He believes he's taken it as well, raising that hand. Wow. The judges here, listen, they best get their scorecards in, and either way, they best get out of this building.
Yeah, they need protection, I think, now. We need to get some heavy-duty security to our judges.
Oh, my goodness. Kincl looks fresh as well. Look, he believes he's done enough.
I'll say it one more time. It comes down to how the judges score this
really
fight.
Does.
For me, the way that I look at it, the #1 judging criteria is damage. Look at the face of KARLOS Vémola and look at the face of PATRIK Kincl. Although KARLOS Vémola controlled the fight and had position the entire time, more strikes were landed by Kincl, more damage was landed by Kincl, and we see here in the highlights, one round could be all 5 rounds. I couldn't tell you the moments, but we have this. Entries, takedown attempts, manages to get a takedown, manages to get back up, manages to pin against the fence, back and forth action for 25 minutes.
And look, the moment you didn't see before the replays came up was KARLOS Vémola was in his corner and he was asking his corner, do you think I've done enough? And all of them kind of shrugged. They were kind of honest. He said, look, this could go either way.
I will be very, very surprised if this goes away from the champion. I will be surprised, as a man who's been watching mixed martial arts for 20 years, if the judges do not render the decision to PATRIK Kincl.
Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
Look at the
and
numbers.
You can hear that roar because PATRIK Kincl is also looking at the numbers on the screen, and he is pointing. He is pointing to that screen and getting a rapturous applause from the crowd here. They all think they've done enough. The difference in the corners, they are confident. The shrug of the shoulders in the other side. We shall wait. We shall see. So look, 5 years in the making. Let's get the answer we want. Let's hand it to Ondrej Novotny.
Dámy a pánové, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how judges score this fight. 49-46, 50-45, and 50-45, all for the winner. And still, PATRIK INSPEKTOR Kincl.
High drama here. Vémola has exited the cage. You see Attila Vey there set to face Vémola in the rematch of the century.
Tak, velké vítězství je tady, gratuluju moc. 49-46, 50-45, 50-45 and still. A ještě tohle. Úplně v pořádku, chápu, že tohle je moment. Dneska jsem tady se ptal jednoho kluka, jestli si nechce vyskočit na břevno.
Ne. Já už jsem na něm dlouho. celý ten fight week sedím na tom břevně tady, takže já už jsem najedený.
Nechám to na tobě. Tvoje první slova bez otázky.
Ale moje první slova, samozřejmě byla to dlouhá cesta, která budila spoustu emocí, nejen u mě, ale i u vás. Více k tomu vyjádřím na tiskovce, něco těm lidem tam řeknu, jak jsem to vnímal já, jak bych byl rád, aby to bylo v budoucnu. Samozřejmě, dneska jsem přišel pro finish, nevyšlo to, ale překlopili jsme se do taktiky, v které to fungovalo, kde jsem se necítil ohrožený a hlavně porazil jsem Karla v jeho vlastní hře. A to je ještě to větší vítězství, než kdybych ho tady vypnul v prvním kole. Byla to jeho hra, v který jsem ho dokázal přejet. Díky moc všem, který jste dorazili. Díky za podporu. Díky.
Jak říkáš, byla to strašně dlouhá cesta k tomu, aby ti tahle ta O2, ty vole, mi říká Patrik, aby ti tahle O2 Arena takhle vlastně tleskala za možná zdánlivě nejnudnější titulový zápas, který jsme kdy vlastně v OKTAGONu viděli. Jak jsi se cítil v průběhu toho zápasu? My jsme neúplně slyšeli, co si říkáš s rohem. Věřil jsi tomu, že vlastně ty lehké kladívka, které jsou tak napůl signifikantní, ale na Karlovi se to začalo projevovat, že to stačí?
Damage je to hlavní, údery jsou to hlavní, to, že on se tady po mně válí na stěně, nebo válí v uvozovkách. Pracoval na té stěně, ale nic nedělal. Vlastně byl do mě zavěšený a tohle to mi přesně stačilo. Postupně jsem si ho zavíral a věřil jsem tomu, že rozhodčí to vidějí úplně stejně tak, jak se to má bodovat. Takže já jsem s tím OK.
Rozumím tomu.
Ale takhle to je. Tohle je Karlův styl. Takhle on zápasí. Pokud mu nedovezete někoho, na kterým si udělá jméno v prvním kole, tak tohle to budete vídat v jeho zápasech s vyrovnanýma soupeřema, si myslím.
Co budeme vídat v tvém dalším zápase?
Mě v dalším zápase viděl jsem tady Atilku. Atilko, ahoj. Ahoj. Prej, asi si přišel o prosincový zápas, to vypadá, tak... Chcete mě? Však to je blázen.
Tak nevím, ty to nemáš rád, ale Atilu můžeme pustit do klece.
Jo, Attila je super.
Attila je super, tak... No, Attilo, co ty na tohle říkáš?
No ja som veľmi prekvapený, čo hovoril Patrik, naozaj. A v prvom rade gratulujem mu za výbornú prípravu na to, ale neviem, jak to myslel, čo mám urobiť, more 8-4 alebo 7-7?
Já si myslím, 8-4 nebo 7-7 si má udělat. Jak chceš.
Patrik řekl u mě v podcastu, že by byl rád double šampion a klidně i v 93. byly ty slova.
Akože ako?
Klidně i v 93. říkal.
Tak to idem ešte premysleť, neviem, lebo Karlis to som mal v hlave celý čas. A som mu fandil kvôli tomu, že ja bol som jediný, kto ho porazil. A teraz už je Patrik, takže uvidíme, že čo bude OKTAGON, čo povíme my. A chceli by ste to vidieť? Čo ti jebe, more? To som nečakal, šunec. Čo ti je?
Tak uvidíme. Nebudeme z toho dělat nikoho jiného večer, než ze šampiona. Atilo, děkujeme moc, jsem rád, že jsi tady byl taky dneska večer.
Ďakujem a užite si. Už čo, koniec. Choďte domov, napijte sa a užite si nedělu. Ahojte.
Enjoy Sunday.
Attila Vek a hlavní poslední slovo ještě jednou šampionovi. Nebyl to asi zápas, který jsi takhle vysněl. Když jsme se bavili o tom, jak si to vizualizuješ, tak počítám, že tohle nebyl ani jednou ten scénář, který jsi vizualizoval. Ale jaká je teď chuť v ústech na konci tohoto večera?
Ale nechci se s tím ještě podělit. Chci si to
I don't want to
zpracovat
share
sám
it just
sobě,
yet. I need to process it first.
Pokecáme pak třeba na tiskovce.
We'll talk later on the press conference.
Okay, let's talk then.
Dlouhý příběh pro mě je spousta emocí.
It's a huge story for me, a lot of emotions happening right now.
Rozumím tomu, děkuju moc, Patrik Kincl, and still šampion, neporažený, oktagonu střední váhy. Gratuluju moc.
Middleweight champion, congrats.
A new era begins as Octagon MMA, Europe's best MMA show, is coming to the UK for the very first time. Octagon 48 will go down on November 4th at the world-renowned AO Arena in Manchester, where UK fans will experience the electric atmosphere and heart-pounding action that Octagon MMA is known for across Europe and beyond. We will bring some of MMA's biggest names, plus a feature bout that puts two UK stars that nobody would expect to see inside the cage going head-to-head after 10 months of vigorous training. One of the UK's best comedians will take on reality TV superstar Jake Quicken.
This, the fight that many people have had their eyes on.
You will see UK MMA's rising star, Liverpool's Shamrock.
One of the most well-known, most dangerous.
This phenom has already racked up 8 victories before the time limit, with 7 of them in the very first round. And the cherry on top will be the grand finale of the MMA reality TV show, Octagon Challenge, England versus Ireland. After 2 months of the TV show, at this night in Manchester, the Octagon Challenge champion will be crowned.
That's it!
Great Britain, Octagon MMA is coming. November 4th at the AO Arena in Manchester.